Hello, I'm sitting here. I'm gonna show you what I believe are the lensing systems, or the lenses they're putting out in space to hide some of the objects they don't want to see, deflect some of the sun. As you watch the sun pass here, you'll catch right angles around the sun, which I believe are the lens systems. Like right here, look at a perfect right angle all the way around. See? It's still there, even though it moved there. Now you can see it's cutting into the sun even a little more. And everybody's saying, well, that means it's in front of the sun, but you notice the clouds block it. So it's between the clouds and in front of the sun. And they want a quick example of it. Let me pause this here, see if I can get back to it. Right there you go. Look at this. Perfect. Something completely cutting into the sun. Perfect right angles. And as we all know, Mother Nature doesn't do right angles very well. Does some, but not of that extent. And I'll show you more videos or clips here from other cameras, other angles. These were taken on the 29th. Just had time to sit down and do this. And then what I'm going to be showing you next is today. And I'll just freestyle it. I'll just go to a few cameras. I've only got one lock plotted up to start with. Then we'll just go see if we can find them freestyle and, nothing loaded up and ready to go right from the get-go. Just go from cam to cam and see if we can find them. And that's the easiest way for me to prove to you that I'm not searching or making this stuff up is just by doing it. You do it with me. Here's another camera from the 29th. Sit here and watch the sun go by. Look how bright it gets all of a sudden. But look in this area right here. Ignore this. I haven't figured out what that is yet. I think it's just the reflection of the secondary housing around the camera. But there's perfect shots of your chemtrails. But look right there. And there's your perfect rectangle right here. You can see it. Go to another camera. I know some of these cameras have a lot of spots on them, but those spots don't keep causing these same anomalies over and over and over again. That's the thing. Right here you can see it. There it goes by and you can still see it right here. That's one of them. See, as we come back to it. Right there it is. There's another one. Craziness. And I believe there's objects or things they don't want us to see that are behind these giant mirrors, lenses. Hell, all I know is they could just be big giant black sheets they got pulled, stretched out tight, hiding things. Just let enough sunlight to pass through, but you can't see what's behind them. You can see the perfect cutout right there. You can see it to absolute perfection. There it is there too. And like I said, I'm going to keep verifying this camera to camera, and then we're going to go live to the cameras today, right now, real time here in just a minute. And I'm going to show them to you, first hand, that nothing's been added to these. Here we go. There you are. Going back through them real quick, you can see the chems floating by. But when you see all these lines across here like this, there's probably a spider web and it's so close to the lens you can't see it. But the sun reflects off of it and causes all these reflections. Sometimes I'd like to pick up one of the spiders and just slap them around a little bit for messing up my cameras. Annoying little buggers. At least they're out there on the cameras and not in my house. Right here you can see it. And look at the round object right here. You can see the perfect round. There you go. And disappears, but there's your square, your right angled edge. It's hard to see, like I said, the chems can come in and block it, but right here is your right angled edge that I'm always looking for. That's how you know they're blocking something. And you see all the chems and dust, they just sit there and blow up into the sky to hide it from us all. Here we go again. There's another perfect view of it. Look at it cutting the side of the sun off. Perfect square. This is another camera, as you can see. and you can just see it prominent. You can see the reflections. Ignore this in the middle of the screen. This big smudge on the camera. It's been there for God 3 months now. But right there's your square rectangular object. It's always there. And look how small the sun was compared to the other ones. These are all the same time within probably 10 minutes of each other as I'm clicking through them. So why is the sun so small in this camera view, and then 200 miles away it's so large? And they're the same cameras and the same housing, it's just at different airports, even run on the same internet. Alright, this one here is ended. Now we're going to go live. We'll see what we can find. I got the first one loaded up to show you. Here, go to the internet. And we're going to bring up our cameras. Right here, once again, you can see the perfect straight line there. Start clipping through here, see what we can find. Here's your chems. They continuously throw them up there to block your view. Doesn't take much. Throw a little bit of glare right there, and it just obscures everything. Just turn the brightness up, put a little bit of reflection up there, and everything vanishes. And I also think they're doing it to reflect some of the solar radiation back out into space, because I think the sun's bombarding us at this time, from all the information I can find. But here we go. We went from that camera, and we'll just click over, let's say, this camera. And we'll do a quick flip through here and to see what we can see. May not find anything. You guys are going along for the ride with me. Enjoy it, or just go ahead and click somewhere else. I don't care. I'm just showing you what I find. Right there, another perfect straight edge. You can always say, oh, it's the clouds doing it, but I'm finding it's the void of the color. If you watch real closely, when you see them, it's just like a slightly different tint than the rest of the sky. And the only way you can really tell it is when the sun's filtering through it, and that's the only way it exposes it. Here's another one with the sun at the moment. Then we'll go to the southeast 175. It's going to load up for me. There we are. Let's go to next camera view, next frame. Let's see what we find here. Look at the brilliant reds coming down. Now let's move one camera over. Like I said, it's got to be in the view of the sun for you to be able to see it, as the sun is just reflecting off of it, making it visible. See, and there's our halos coming off of it, the reflections. Everybody says that's because of the housings they're in, or I've had arguments with them, but I don't believe so. I think when it hits the lens in the right angle, the right direction, with the camera pointing at the right spot, that you pick those up. Nothing on that one. Trust me, we'll start finding them. I looked through them, did a quick scan earlier, and I found quite a few of them, but I'm going quick. And it seems like the clouds are pretty heavy today. See what I mean? But this is what every view looks like from this side of Canada clean to the other side of Alaska. It's just digging for this is what we do every day. Digging for your answers is just scanning these cams, because eventually they're going to slip up major. It's all modern technology, and technology fails. And when it fails, there's going to be one of us sitting here, right there, perfect right angle. Clouds blocking some of it. And when it fails, we're going to be there to catch it. That's what I'm trying to get at. One of us out there, one of us believers that do these channels, is going to be there to find it. One day, one time, one of us will be clicking at the right camera at the right time when it snaps the right pic, and it'll be on. Or the U.S. government will find them, drag them out, and shoot them. Whatever comes first. Or mysteriously everything they have will just disappear off their computer all at once. I've had some great videos from people that I've caught on the internet where two stone teenagers didn't even know what they were talking about, and they're just out in the field and they're videotaping, and you can see the sun setting on one side, and they turn 180 degrees around, and it appeared to have another sun coming up. It was pretty wild. Actually pretty impressive. And I had that video. I saved it. I had it for about 2 days. Time I didn't have screen capture technology, so eventually it just disappeared. Never found it again. Never seen it. There's been quite a few videos like that out there that have been just amazing that have been forgotten due to right there. See it up there by the sun? There's another right angle. Yep, right angles, right angles, right angles. Just look for the right angles just glaring off the edges of the sun, and that's their lenses. All they gotta do is, it doesn't take nothing. Once they get them in place, they can stay in place. There's nothing that stops them. They float around. It's very easy to keep them there once they're into their orbits. There you go again. See, perfect. Right there's your square that I'm talking about. Rectangular object. Hello. Told you we could find them freehand. Just scrolling through. They're out there. Like I said, the sun's got to pass behind them. You see it? And everybody says that could be on the lens or the housing. But the thing is, why do they disappear when the cloud goes in front of them? You'll see half of it. That's my argument about the situation, is you'll see half of the rectangle. The sun's getting cut. You're seeing a part of the sun cut, and then you'll see the clouds cutting part of the rectangular object. So it tells me it's in between the two. Like I said, I'm going to do a quick flip through these, and I'm going to show you. There's that camera there, and now we'll go all the way over to here. And you're not going to see a clear, real sky here. Well, we found a partially clear sky, but watch, after a couple frames, they'll just fog up. Here we go. Get ready for the clouds. Sun comes by, clouds come by. This is I'm finding to be true with just about every single camera. See? Oh, look, I only look one more and I'll let you all go. I'm speeding through the seat. This is basically, from what I can tell, everything over the entire northern hemisphere looks like this. Everywhere. You might get a little gap here and there, but you can see by the cameras. I'm just clicking on them here. Here's kind of a clear one, but it won't be that way. But why is the east black and this is spotless? That's some retard outside lighting off firecrackers. Fourth was just here. They have probably a pocket full left. Alright, my friends, those are the lenses that I've been finding. I'm going to keep searching for them. Every now and again I get really good shots of other anomalies, and here of late you can see the skies on all the cams. It's just awful. It's just absolutely awful. There's nothing on here to even try to get you guys a good clip of anything, other than feel like watching chemtrails float by. You can see them just striping the sky with them. And there's the major clouds. You can just see them left and right. Alright, my friends. This is a video I shot for you today. Got the cams, got everything going. Like I said, I believe those are the lenses they're trying to hide whatever up there that we don't want to see. Tune in for later updates. Excuse me. Be safe, be prepared, and have a good evening.